Hi guys, it's Kayla with Kayla's VSG for part 2 of my giveaway questions and information. I thought that 19 minutes was about where you guys were probably gonna tune out. You probably already tuned out, but hey, it's okay. I'm gonna go through the rest of them. Foodie turned sleevey had VSG. My question for you is, what is the biggest surprise to you in this journey? The biggest surprise to me has been, I feel like I did all this research before and that I was prepared mentally, emotionally, but I don't think you ever are prepared. You're not prepared for how things are going to be. You're not prepared to how your stomach's going to feel. And you try to explain, people try to explain how it feels after, but you don't experience that. And then it happens. You eat all this meat and all this stuff, and you feel like you have bricks in your stomach sometimes. And there are other times you feel just fine. Or the emotions. I thought that through the research that I knew that I was going to be hormonal, but when you experience it, it's a completely different feeling. That is what has been surprising me. I thought I knew what I was going to experience. I did, but I didn't experience your experiences. So I researched other people's experiences, and they've had certain things, but it's never going to be the same as mine, which is good. And that has been the biggest surprise to me so far, is that I don't think you ever you're never prepared, even as much as you think you are. And that, I think, is the hardest part for me. Okay, Esther's VSG trek. VSG 9116 in Mexico. Would you have gone to Mexico if your insurance hadn't covered it? I think I didn't realize that they offered it in Mexico at that time. But if my insurance wouldn't have covered it, I probably would have kept doing some research and figured that out. So I'm thinking probably. I was to the point where I had worked so hard on my insides to feel like I was a good enough person and to feel happy. I wasn't always this happy, and I finally wanted my outsides to look like my insides, and I finally felt like I deserved it. Honestly, I've always wondered why I didn't do this earlier. Number one, I didn't think about it because I didn't think I deserved it. But number two, I don't think I was prepared years ago to do it. But my insurance wouldn't have covered it. I probably would have tried to figure out ways to get this covered. It's just been an amazing gift to myself. It's been hard, but it's been amazing. The other part of your thing is clothes trip me out. To be small as I once was, I almost have to start shopping. Yes, clothes are hard. I have in the corner over there, right there, that's one whole bin of clothes that I've grown out of that my sister's going to have surgery that I'm saving for her. I also have one in there, but my husband says I'm the only person he knows that has lost this much weight that wears such baggy clothes. Part of it is I feel weird when people tell me I'm skinny. I don't know why I feel weird, and I don't know what to say because of I don't see what they see. I see something different. But the clothes thing, like I said that earlier, I have a weird time going in shopping and going to this section I'm actually in now. It's really, really strange. So I'm with you too. VSG Gina, hi. I'm going through the process for surgery. Congratulations. I have my last nutrition appointment next month, and then hopefully they will be able to give me VSG in March. I would love to start making videos of my journey. Did you find it hard to make videos at first? Yes. you just feel weird talking to a camera and thinking, well, nobody's going to. I never thought I'd get any more than maybe 5 subscribers, and one of them being my mom. But honestly, it has been worth it. Finding people to support me through this whole thing has been incredible. Having people that understand what you're going through, it's worth it. Also, the videos help me. I go back to them and I remind myself what I went through, how I was feeling, why it's so important to go through this. So I would say, even if you feel awkward, just do it. Even if you make them private just for yourself, just do it. It's kind of like a journal. It's worth it. See Jane Shrink. I had VSG. My biggest success is being more active in my own life. It is exactly the reason I had this surgery, and it's been worth every struggle. Amen, sister. I agree. That was one of my main reasons too. Rock and some roll RNY. Pre-op RNY, surgery March 2017. During my pre-op, my biggest success has been giving up Diet Pepsi. Congratulations, that's huge. I easily drank 2 liters per day. Yikes. I want to ask what or how you incorporate activity into your daily life. Okay, so my activity, I try to get up in the morning and exercise 3 days a week with my mom, and it's usually only for a half hour. Now that it's warmer outside, we walk outside. Other times we do walk away the pounds inside. Over here in this corner, you will see an elliptical. I have that in my room. Do I use it very often? No. Do I intend to? Eventually, yes. I also use my Fitbit. My goal right now is just 7,000 steps per day, and I work at a place where I can get in quite a few steps when I'm working. So that's kind of what I do. I do plan on doing some other stuff, P90X and stuff, when I get a few more calories in. The other part says, I work crazy hours and still struggle to make it a routine and not always a huge effort. I'm having a hard time with that one too. I'm working on it. It's a struggle. Your laziness doesn't just go away because you had surgery. I thought it would. Just because I've lost 60 pounds doesn't mean that I want to get up and do aerobics for an hour. Watch Kitty Shrink. Awesome giveaway. I had VSG on August 23rd, 2016. My question is, what has been your favorite NSV so far? My favorite NSV so far is my husband picking me up. He has not picked me up since our wedding day. And I know that sounds silly, but it was so big for me. I always wanted to be carried across the threshold and whatever, but when he did it, I was just blown away, and that I was in a weight category that he could do that. My other favorite NSV so far is my 12-year-old thinking that we are close enough in size that she can wear my clothes. She's so tiny that she thinks that Mom is close to her. I never thought that would happen. So Kitty's, or Jess, is my greatest accomplishment is fitting into things I couldn't before. The bathtub, certain chairs, etc. My greatest hardship has been the hormones. The first 3.5 months really sucked for the hormones and emotion. Amen. I'm with you 100% on all those hormones. They are awful, and it's wicked. And I love fitting in my bathtub now. I could probably fit in my kids' bathtub now. So I'm with you on that one. Tiny Teresa's VSG. Hi, Kayla. I had VSG on 10/17/16. My biggest struggle is definitely getting the liquids in. The good stuff is no more sweating like crazy. It's amazing feeling when you go to the mall or anywhere and you can come home and still have makeup I am that. I totally with you on that one. You still have makeup on when you used to sweat it off all day. Also trying on clothes I had saved to fit in and them being too big. I really enjoy your videos. Thank you so much. That is so nice. The sweating thing, yes. I also started taking chlorophyll because I heard that on, oh my gosh, whose video? And I asked my husband if I stink anymore, and he's like, actually, you haven't, because I used to have really stinky sweat. Yeah, so it's nice. And except for I'm cold, so I'm not sweating, but I'm freezing. Today at our house, it's 50 some odd degrees. It is overcast. But I'm like sitting here going, oh, I need to grab a sweater. Or I wear scarves a lot because if I can keep my neck warm, I'm fine. So at least I'm not sweating. Yay! Sleeve shell. Almost a month out of VSG. My biggest struggle is the waiting game. But there are so many more positives to it. My biggest accomplishment is probably my food habits. I no longer binge snack. That is great. I can tell you that if you can keep certain snacks out of your life, it's so much easier. I had to ban popcorn and say I only could have it a little bit because popcorn has always been my weakness, and it is good for you. But I was finding that that's all I wanted to eat. So, struggle's real. Lindsay Williams. I'm on track to have VSG in the next couple months. My question is, what do you think is the key to success in the first weeks and long term? I would say what has helped me was the second I decided to do this, I started to change who I was and how I thought about food. It doesn't stay away all the time. Those things come back in. But the first weeks after surgery is please listen to your doctor. Don't push things. You'll want to. I wanted to. I just don't do it. It makes it so much easier. Drink your fluids like you're supposed to, and just keep up. Keep trying. And long term is constantly learning to listen to my body actually wants, not what my body thinks it wants. Last week I was in the store carrying around a candy bar. I was wanting that, and then I said, well, what is it? I carried it around for 20 minutes. What is it that your body really needs? Well, I thought it needed sugar. So what I did was bought dehydrated mangoes or dried mangoes and had one of those because it did need sugar. It needed the carbohydrates because I was going to start my period. But the carbohydrate I chose versus the chocolate candy bar was actually what my body needed instead of getting sick over the candy bar. Not perfect, but learning to listen to the cues. Also, at first, you're not going to be hungry, but learning that you still need to do certain things and eat at a certain time is important. Schwig had RNY September 14th, 2016. I would like to know what your favorite food items are post-op. My biggest struggle is in my head, and the mind game that goes on are brutal. Amen about the migraine. Okay, my favorite food items post-op. I love the P3s. Those are phenomenal, and those are my favorite. What else? I really, really, really love turkey jerky. Love it, love it, love it. I love it because it's so soft. I never thought that the soft would mean something to me, but it does. Nuts. I liked nuts before, but now I have a whole thing of things at work. Like I have raw sunflower seeds and peanuts and pistachios. And I keep those around for when I just need a quick protein or something. My other thing is I really have loved the Core Power shakes from Fairlife. the people who make the Fairlife milk. And the Fairlife milk saved my butt after surgery. I still put it in my shakes. So like I made this shake today. It has the Fairlife milk in it and the protein powder so that I get extra protein because I need it. So those are some of my favorite things. Things that feel really good in my stomach. Tuna fish. I love tuna fish. Chicken salad. Love that. Other things that feel good in my stomach. A refried bean soup that I made with refried beans and Rotel tomatoes and cheese. It's like a burrito bowl. My favorite. Yum, yum, yum. Hi, I am pre-op. I'm having this is Molly Maven VSG. I'm having VSG surgery in March. My biggest struggle so far is the lack of family support. My husband and children support me very much for getting surgery to the point I'm strongly considering on telling my husband support me very much for me getting the surgery to the point I am strongly considering only telling my husband and having it done. Glad to hear you're feeling better. I am an open book, but not everybody is an open book. It is hard not having support. It is hard when people feel like they can tell you whatever they want about your life, and it sucks. It sucks big time. But support is very important. If you only tell your husband, go right ahead. I told everybody, well, in my family beforehand. I told my coworkers after. I was really surprised at the difference of all my thinner friends were like, wow, great job. My larger friends, they have a harder time with it. They're constantly like, I want to hate you. And I know they just don't understand. But the support is key. If you don't get it from your husband, you've got to find a support system, whether it's at your through your doctor's office, through Instagram, through Facebook, through YouTube. But people are going to make comments, and they're going to be stupid comments, and you need support. So if you need anything, let us know. We're all here for you. Misha RNY, hey girl, what a great giveaway. I never win anything, but maybe I'll be lucky. RNY, July 13th, 2016. My struggle has always been getting at least 64 ounces of water in and dealing with emotional eating. The greatest success would be just being able to do more in my daily life, especially walking more than I could before surgery. What has been your greatest success and your struggle since surgery? By the way, you're doing great and you look beautiful. Thank you so much. My greatest success and my greatest struggle since surgery. My greatest success has been, I feel confident. I feel like the me I always should have been. My greatest struggle is comparing other people's success, their relationships, feeling like I'm not good enough to have I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like some people have stronger friendships and connections, and I always want that. And then I feel like, well, why do they have that? And then I realize that I'm not putting in the work. But that's hard for me, not comparing. And I am great that I have people in my life who help center me and remind me that that's not everything that I need. And that if I wanted that, I could find that. So, and also not comparing people's weight loss. And also remembering that I am 168 pounds. I didn't start at 300 pounds. I started at 230, and that I'm a lower BMI. So I'm going to lose less than other people. So that if I get a 0.8 weight loss or a stall, it's okay. Those have been my struggles. Sleeved after 60. Hi, Monica. My greatest success has been joining the YouTube community. I cannot imagine where my learning curve would be without it. Amen. I feel the exact same way. I don't see how people do it without it. So I'm with you on that one. I am going to stop this video and do part 3. So sorry.